Condemnation of the assassination has flowed in from around the world. From the Vatican to Moscow, world leaders offered their condolences to the people of Pakistan and expressed their wish that peace would prevail there. Here in Britain, the Prime Minister Gordon Brown praised Benazir Bhutto for her dedication to democratic politics and for her courage. Joining me now to discuss the fallout from today's assassination, we have Professor Farooq Hasnat from the Middle East Institute in Washington. He's a former chairman of political science at the University of the Punjab in Lahore. We also have Bronwyn Maddox, chief foreign commentator of the Times newspaper, and David Andelman, executive editor of the online news magazine Forbes.com and himself a friend of Benazir Bhutto. Farooq Hasnat, one thing we heard earlier from one person, I've heard it all day, of people suggesting that Benazir Bhutto was a national figure, a uniting figure, and without her, it's not just the PPP, her party, that's in trouble, but the very unity of Pakistan is threatened. Is that too alarmist, do you think?
Yeah, I would say this is a bit alarmist, but the fact remains that she was leader of all the provinces of Pakistan. She had representation in all the provinces of Pakistan, and she has been always talking in the terms of Pakistan as a nation and not as a Sindhi leader. And in fact, just before she was killed in Liaquat Bagh, Rawalpindi, she dealt on this issue of being the leader of whole of Pakistan, and she said how she loved Punjab and how she admires the people of Rawalpindi, and then she is representative of all the people. And just a few days before in Peshawar, in fact, she told the Peshawar crowd that she is having an agreement with another leader, which is Nawaz Sharif. And in fact, she smilingly said that tomorrow Nawaz Sharif will be addressing you. And so both of us are going to work together in the parliament, and the polls show that that we will get 80% of the seats, and so we can cooperate with each other in the National Assembly of Pakistan after the elections. So her approach was very national, her approach was very rational both ways, and she was a very popular leader, in fact.
Can I just ask you about this theory, Mr. Hasnat, that the government was to blame for the lack of security provided to Benazir Bhutto? Is that just conspiracy theorists at work, or do you reckon there's something in that?
I think we have to look into the facts, what happened before. On 3rd of November, General Musharraf imposed martial law on Pakistan, and he just put the Supreme Court judges in jail, and the civil rights activist was severely and very cruelly dealt with, and they were also thrown in jail. And so after a while, General Musharraf transferred power to President Musharraf, and after having done that step by step, he decided to remove his uniform. And then he removed the emergency of martial law also. But by that time, he had acquired all the powers which a dictator...
Are you suggesting this affected the security given to Ms. Bhutto, though?
Yeah, but I'm coming to that. So he was more concerned about himself and his extension of his own power. I don't think... and also about the judges, how to put them in jail and how to punish them. So his concern was less with the security of Benazir, or for that matter, security matters of Pakistan, or national matters of security matters of Pakistan. He was more interested in putting the Supreme Court judges in jail and civil rights, and crushing the civil rights activist movements, and then also extended his view, his rule, and how to deal with the next parliament. That was his major concern.
It's very, Farooq Hasnat, you're in Washington. As I was saying, this is clearly a blow for the US administration, which had pinned so many hopes on an alliance of President Musharraf and Benazir Bhutto. What's the mood in the State Department, do you think, this evening?
Yeah, I think the problem with Bush administration is that and the State Department is that they are mixing up the Islamic extremists in the area. Well, there is some Al-Qaeda, there are not so many, and then there are Afghani Taliban, and then there are Pakistani Taliban. And above all, there are also angry tribesmen living in the tribal areas of Pakistan. And since Musharraf has been bombarding them, and lots of women and children have been killed there, so they are also angry people. And want to take revenge against Musharraf regime in particular. So having said that, I think what Benazir did was that she also mixed up all these elements together. and she kept on saying that she will eliminate extremism, and she will eliminate the Islamist extremists in particular, without going into the detail whether she was talking about the Al-Qaeda, which has international agenda, Taliban, which have only Afghanistan-centric agenda, and the angry tribesmen who are angry against Musharraf, and otherwise they don't have any other agenda.
Maddox, David Andelman and Farooq Hasnat, thank all three of you very much.